All right. Okay. And it is time.
You're watching PTZOptics Live, a 1080p broadcast available exclusively on YouTube Live every Friday, streaming at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Broadcast quality made affordable. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to PTZOptics Live. I'm joined with Tess Protesto.
Hi, Paul.
Thank you for being here. Today, we are bringing you live from StreamCon, and we're very excited. But before we jump right into all of that, I wanted to do a little shout out to our Streaming Awards nominees that are being announced today.
Yes, the nominations are in. We have quite a few categories. We got a really good amount of people to come out for this and nominate people. So thank you, everybody who participated. And should we go give a little clip, or did you?
Let's play the video clip.
Let's play a little clip.
It is going to be June 30th. The voting is going to open up, I think, next Friday. So here we go.
And now, it is my pleasure to announce the nominees for the 2017 Streaming Awards. But before I do, I'd like to extend a warm round of gratitude to the live streaming community for nominating this world-class list of live streamers. The following nominees are listed in no particular order. For Best Male Host, Mario Armstrong for his work on The Never Settle Show. Tom Sinclair for his work as host of The Streaming Idiots. David Foster for his work on Geeks Life. Andrew Haley for his work on Wirecast Live. Jason Bates for his work in 22 Minutes Real Estate. Marty McPadden for his work on Behind the Scenes Live. Jeff Adams for his work in TJAS Live. Wagner Dos Santos for his work in Wagner Live. Duncan Moore for his work at In Focus Marketing Sessions. Stephen Healy for his work with Stephen on Video. Michael Hyatt for his work on The Michael Hyatt Show. Stephen Haywood for his work in No Boundaries Outdoors. And Ryan Campbell for his work on Stream Sport Insider. For Best Female Host, Luria Petrucci for her work with Live Streaming Pros. Jessica Chobot for her work with Nerdist News. Brittany Moran for her work with Broadfield Distribution. Carrie for her work on The Brian and Carrie in the Morning Show. Vicky Lashenko for her work on The Mompreneur Show. Karen Glasser for her work on The Little White Lie Show. Marilyn Cuevas for her work on the Hashtag and VivoCon Maryland Show. Loretta Frierson for her work on The Heart to Heart Talk. And Krishna Day for her work on The Live Stream Insiders Show. For Best Co-Host, Tim Vandenberg for his work on The vMix Live Show. Travis Smith for his work on Crossroads Church, Concord, South Carolina. And Pastor Lowell McNanny for his work at Crossroads Church. For Best Sports Stream, Jim Jacobs for his work on the FNN Network. Ari Blue for his work on The Circle Show. Julian Bellman for his work on the Sports Fan Base Network. Luke Austin for his work on Alpha Live. James Bowman for his work on Live Sports Australia. John Lindy for his work on Roller Derby Live. Owen Gilliland for his work on Big Dream Sports TV. Curtis McDonald for his work on Cujo Entertainment Production. Chad Burton for his work on Palmetto Tigers. Tassos Kustambrios for his work on Eurohoops TV, and the entire team at CHS Live for their work on live streaming sports. For Best Live Event Coverage, Corey Benke for his work with Live X NYC. Michael Dawson for his work with EventStream Canada. Ray Talutki for his work on Pulling Radio Network. Michael Artsis for his work on Be Terrific. Strans Vanderploeg for his live coverage of NAB. Phil Bumbardner for his audio work at Crossroads Church, North Carolina. Dmitry Yankovsky for his work on Neo Classic Live. and Zach Adams for his work on Cruise Week TV. For Most Creative, Jerome Hardman for his production work on Heart to Heart Talk. Stephen Healy for his work on BeLive.tv. Giles Warham for his work on World of Live Streaming. Jason Bland for his work on Paranormal Soup. And last but not least, Scott Whitney for his work at the Las Vegas Livestream Collective. Well, there you have it. Congratulations to all the nominees for the 2017 Streaming Awards.
Ta-da!
Thank you guys for bearing with us. That was a little bit of a long list, but we got so many nominations. We wanted to make sure to give credit to all those people. There were a couple groups that we noticed missed the list. We had some miscommunication with certain people that didn't have their names submitted. It was just their group. For example, Joe Calabrese of TESN Sports, and a couple other groups. So don't worry, you are still nominated and will be included in any further marketing purposes. Voting is going to begin next week. I believe it's June 16th. It's a Friday. And it's going to be open from then until the day of the Streaming Awards. You can vote on www.streamingawards.com, and we'll post the link once we have that all prepared and voting is up and ready to go.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about audience engagement, and because we're talking with StreamCon as in part of their show there, when we're hopefully going to be able to bring them in via vMix call, we're going to talk today about how to do various forms of audience interaction and audience engagement. And I think one of the perfect ways to do that is to show you how we create, actually Tess helped create two titles here, one title below, which is showing our YouTube subscribers, our total YouTube subscribers, our latest 10, is it?
It's more like 15, but we do have them on a rolling.
The latest 15 and then the latest 15 likes on our Facebook page and the total of our Facebook likes.
Exactly.
So why don't we talk about how we set up that title. I'll also talk about how I set up this title over here with the Streaming Awards. And we'll kind of talk about how you can use this to boost audience engagement during your live streams while we're waiting for StreamCon to go ahead and connect to us.
We're still
via
waiting
vMix
on that
call,
over
which
there.
is fine. I'm sure they have a firewall issue, so we'll talk about how we set this up. So Tess, you used to spend like an hour or so building a PNG file with all the latest YouTube subscribers?
Yeah, I had to go in by hand and copy and paste all of the latest subscribers and our Facebook likes. So that got kind of mundane. So Paul was brainstorming on maybe a way that we could automatically pull them into our live stream. So that's kind of how the idea for the YouTube API came into play. So we hooked up with a developer, and they developed a WordPress plugin for us to be able to pull in a few lists of the latest subscribers and Facebook likes, and we're able to pull them right into our streaming software and have that on a rolling feed. This way I don't have to make that PNG every time, and it just saves time for everyone. And it's kind of cool how it can be in a little image, a little title at the bottom of the screen. So Paul is just showing up the list that we have. We're able to just plug in the most recent subscribers onto a YouTube data sheet. Yes, you're trying to pull it up.
And then this here is the data sources. If you can explain that.
Well, I think the data sources a little bit better than me, no? Well, are we talking about...
So these are the data sources here, and you can see that it's on a loop here, a 5-second loop, and it's pulling in basically, so now all Tess has to do is put our latest YouTube subscribers here.
I have the easy part because I'm just plugging names in. Paul is the one who knows exactly what's happening when we're doing these data sources.
There must be some type of firewall, Pat.
Yeah, sorry, the host is disconnected before we were able to connect to the call.
Pat's on the phone with us right now. We're trying to recover the stream from StreamCon. How is this happening? It's StreamCon. I'm not as loud as Paul. Maybe I'll have to turn myself up. Normally we turn me down all the way, like halfway, because I talk too loud. All right, we are recovering right now. This is live streaming mishap number 1, trying to figure out if we can get Pat in from StreamCon. Hopefully we can. Looks like they're having a firewall issue that's blocking them from being able to connect to the stream. So we're on the phone with Pat right now. I almost feel... Well, this is... Thank you everyone for being patient with us, with me. I'm like right on the screen. Should I do a dance? Like,
let's show the YouTube plugin that we're giving away and talk about that for just a moment while we're waiting. So, Pat, try connecting.
okay. So we're going to be talking about the YouTube plugin to save time because we're having a hectic, frantic moment right now. So yes, we're still doing a giveaway no matter how much our stream is falling
I think
apart.
you can run.
We're still doing the giveaway. Make sure you go to PTZOptics.com.
Well, you can
giveaway
try
if
instead
you
of doing
haven't
that.
sign
Try
up for
just
that. We're
keep
giving
joining this
away
from last
our
week.
new iOS camera control app. So if you have one of our cameras, you're able to control them from the application that we have.
Talk to you soon.
We're also giving away our YouTube API plugin, which is how we pull in these live comments.
Okay. I'm
The
pretty
live
sure
comments
they're
in
going to
the
figure it out.
Okay.
So let's go
I'm
ahead.
trying to,
I
like,
want to
hold it
show
together
off
over
our
here.
YouTube API. This is something that I think is really going to be big for the streaming industry, because YouTube's API basically allows you to pull in a whole bunch of different data. And when you connect your account, your YouTube account, and Tess, just read me the comments if there's any questions or
Yes,
comments about
everyone's
this.
just saying like, well, oh, we're getting a lot of static from a mic.
Yes, that was because I was connecting and unconnecting my mic just because I wanted to make sure that everything was
They're
set
saying,
there.
Tess, just keep talking. Rudy says, sing something, Tess. I know. I'm like, what should I do?
So this is going to be free for all PTZOptics customers and everyone at StreamCon that went to the show. What you do is once you connect your YouTube account, it'll pull up your channel name, your views, your subscriber count. You could disconnect and connect to a different account. But as you can see here, it's going to pull up all of our live streams automatically. So it's pulling up StreamCon, it's pulling up InfoCom for next week. And for you vMix users out there, you may only need to connect to the JSON. And that's actually what we're doing right here.
You know what I'm just realizing? When I was describing our Facebook and YouTube subscribers, I was talking about a data source, and I mixed the API and the data source. I'm just realizing that.
Well,
I was like, yeah, we got with our developer who developed. I'm like, no, that's not the same thing at all.
The Google Sheets is different than the API. The API pulls from YouTube information, so that is a little different.
So the API is for our YouTube comments.
Yes. And for those Wirecast users, OBS users, XSplit users, what we decided to do was build a lower third title creator, so that what we can do is we can actually pull in the lower thirds via a web browser input. And what you can do is you can actually create, will the YouTube, I can read this question right here from Mike Lotta, will the YouTube API work with Joomla? Probably not unless we have it rewritten for Joomla. And I'm wondering if, I thought WordPress was a good idea because so many people have WordPress. So I thought, that'll be a great place to do something like this. Is why not go ahead and do it on WordPress because it's so easy. But if you see here, being able to pull in that web browser input directly into Wirecast or vMix or OBS or XSplit really makes this work with pretty much any system, whether it's a TriCaster or anything. So, or Live Stream Studio, any system will now be able to pull in. You can kind of, rearrange where you want certain things. Like this is the message. This is the total live viewers. This is a custom text field, and then you can style everything, colors, font sizes, all of that. Hit save, and then this page here is now been changed. So, And I really love pulling in that thing. So it's up to you guys how you want to use it. If you want to use the YouTube, if you even care about the YouTube API. A lot of people are streaming just to Facebook. Mm-hmm. And for those people who love Facebook and stream to Facebook, we get it. We're building onto this Facebook integration. And that's where I really think we're going to see some awesome innovations, because then you can have one place to integrate YouTube and Facebook together. So for all those people that stream to both, they can have one chat room to look at.
Perfect.
Which I think is going to be huge.
Then you could actually participate in the chat room, because so many people are like, okay, I can't handle all this. I'll just pick one, or I'll do none, because I don't have time for it. If you just have one single chat, I feel like it would make things a lot easier. Is it just like the Paul and Tess show today? Are they showing up?
I think it's going to be the Paul and Tess show today. I think there's a firewall issue, and sometimes, it's at a hotel.
This could be real fun. What do we want to do? Do we want to do a live Q&A?
We can pretty much do anything. Why don't we do an AMA? Ask me anything.
Ask me anything. Okay.
Ask us anything at all.
We should get some background music.
We'll get a teensy bit of background music.
Let's keep it laid back, fun, and what do you guys want to know? What do you wish that we talk more about? What should we talk about? Because we found ourselves in a little bit of a bind today.
We are,
You got to be as honest as can be, because live streaming can throw some crazy situations at you.
And we'll put the little chat.
We can even maybe throw out a vMix call if you want.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That is a great idea. Let's throw Taz, you have some good ideas every once in a while. All right, we're going to throw a vMix call into the chat room. Anyone feel free. So Drone Crashers is saying, awesome plugin. Thank you. I've been working really hard on that. And I think once we do Facebook and YouTube in the same plugin, I think it's really going to be awesome, because you could have, like what we're doing now with this who's in the chat and the messages, if that could pull from Facebook and YouTube seamlessly, that would be awesom.
Yeah,
not just YouTube, not just Facebook.
Also say the API saves me time too, because then I'm not designing little frames for my chat browser and whatnot, which is fun sometimes.
Look at that. So Dredge 14 does not have a profile picture, so it just pulled in like a white block there.
Oh. Well, the white block is the template that I made, so it probably just doesn't put an image there at all.
I'm hiding from the chat room with my new PTZOptics glasses.
Paul is always doing this. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I fixed my hair a lot, but Paul is always doing this little side swipe thing.
Yeah, the side swipe.
I feel like you're the guy in the pool that comes up and he's like, and does like the flip.
I know. Well, it's much easier. It's much easier in the morning. How about phone calls? Can you do a delay? I know you can in Wirecast. There is an audio delay on Wirecast and vMix. I think there's one in OBS and XSplit. I try to know them all pretty well, but that's an advanced feature. I don't know if OBS and vMix has it. I know Wirecast has it.
Did you answer Danny? He says, what mixing board do we like to use?
Mixing board. You know what?
Audio mixing.
Audio mixing. We are using the
old trusty.
The Focusrite.
The Focusrite
is what we're using, but it's not really a mixer. It's more of like an audio interface, USB interface.
It just allows us to have two inputs.
We are going to be streaming a concert with a huge mixing board. I think it's a Samson.
Samson?
Like a 24 input mixing board.
I'm excited / nervous for that.
Just started using vMix. Is there a way to integrate into Periscope?
There's gotta be.
Yes. The Periscope producer. You need to sign up for Periscope producer. They give you an RTMP information. Tim from vMix, if you are a vMix user, did a great tutorial video on it. There are some weird resolutions that you have to use, but it will work. Can I feed the live stream into the chat to a Sputnik via a Teradek Bond 2? Now there's an interesting question that I don't think I'm going to be able to answer. They could show their picture, but it'd blow their cover. That's a good point. I think Dredge 14 is undercover somehow. Audio mixing board choice depends on what type of live streaming you're doing. That's a good question.
Okay, Rudy is helping out with Moses. Rudy says yes, you can.
Oh, wow.
With that Teradek question.
Rob Hall's using a 12-channel DSP for panel discussions. Very interesting.
Tom, he needs the winning lottery ticket numbers. Ask Tom Hendricks. because he's the one that's like the lucky guy that's always winning stuff.
Yeah, as Tom Hendricks, he
I
always
swear
wins the
it's
show.
random.
Well, it'll be a fun call for sure. So this is our Voop.
We're
Here
keeping it free
is
and
our
easy.
show today. Although that is not in focus.
I was just gonna say my monitor looks all messed up. What is going
I'm
on?
gonna
Which
change-
camera are you pulling from?
It's the simple track.
Oh, you're on the simple
I guess
track.
I guess I have it on manual focus. Where's autofocus? This darn thing.
Any more testing with the Blackmagic Duo 2?
Duo 2. Oh, we did some testing with it.
Is that what we did with the PTZ
Um,
broadcaster?
I don't think anything has changed since our original tests.
Tom says it looks like the hotel internet is blocking our connection. Flang nabbit. And I really wanted to see y'all at StreamCon.
Yeah, that's not cool. They can't do that.
My audio is a bit low. I might as well turn it up.
You might as well go ahead and
might
turn
as
it up,
well.
I guess.
I direct the Florida lottery drawings. Should we stream to YouTube Live? FLA.
I direct the FLA Florida Live. Should we stream them to YouTube Live? Why not?
And get PTZOptics cameras.
Yeah. Definitely do that. I would definitely stream them to YouTube Live. I'm seeing inside the Matrix.
Yikes, I'm seeing inside the Matrix. Yeah, so this is our little set. that
I
we
kind of like
designed.
this view because it's kind of like it's.
I got my Philips Hues back here.
Ooh,
We just got them.
they do look cool. This
I
is
gotta
breaking
spend some
news.
time playing with
WebRTC
them.
integration with Apple Safari browser is good news for the vMix call. Yes, it is. That will be quite interesting.
Mike said the camera's not in focus still.
Still.
Still?
Let's see. All right. Where is the auto focus?
Now,
on this
what
thing?
type of interface is this? I'm not familiar with this interface.
Ooh, I don't
Now
even
the
like
lighting's
that. I don't
all
like that white balance
wonked.
either. I'm
Less
not
and less
sure.
people pay for cable, so stream away. Yeah. Hi, Molly.
Molly's here.
Tom Willis's ankle bracelet would not let him attend StreamCon. He gets a little wild. I don't know. I 50% believe that.
That is a funny question.
Tom says, "Look like we are there. Looks like we are there."
Oh,
What?
we have StreamCon.
We have the purpose of today's show. Yay!
That is-
Though I was having fun. I'm not gonna lie.
That is StreamCon, everybody. That
I
is
still want to see.
that is a
StreamCon.
couch in StreamCon.
I can
that
assure
is
you this is not all of StreamCon, but
somewhere in
this is-
StreamCon.
This is the star of the show. You won't believe it, but there's actually a 4K camera coming right out of that light behind the couch.
Wow.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh. That is StreamCon.
That was a lame joke.
All right, let's roll the credits because why not? And we'll do the giveaway. And I think we are going to have a live
LED
StreamCon.
uplights. I probably do need them.
And that's all, folks. We appreciate your participation in the chat room and can't wait to host our next informative Q&A session. Your questions drive the conversation forward for live streaming professionals around the world. Until next time, happy streaming!
I'm going to put Dan over here.
Look at Tom.
Where?
Isn't that Tom? On the couch?
Oh, that is Tom on the couch. Tom got it
Cracking
working.
me up.
Hi, Tom.